What's up everybody, welcome to my guide for Super Impact 6 Tails Naruto. This is going to be his S rank body only mission, and this is the first time I have successfully beaten it, and you will see when I get the pearls at the end of this video. So yeah, you guys, map 1, a map that looks very scary going into it, is actually stupidly easy once you know what's going on here. So first we're going to go with that high IQ play of doing absolutely nothing. I'm just going to leave Itachi close to where he started and then move Rin over a little bit, and we're going to start like that because all of these Anbu ninja, so everyone minus Tsunade, has a field skill that gives their ally substitution. It can go up to 50% if they're too close to each other, so pretty much those two Anbu around Tsunade is giving her pretty much close to max substitution chance right now. So I went for Final Valley Sasuke's jutsu down there, only hitting 3 allies just so I could regenerate chakra and also take out that one guy with Itachi. I pretty much had Sasuke push him into Itachi, so Itachi was able to hit him twice over and then finished him off with Itachi's jutsu. Now what Tsunade does is she's going to keep healing every 2 turns, 50,000 on herself and everyone else. It's a full map jutsu, and she never moves from the spot that she's standing in. So when you use units that have pushback, keep that in mind. You can't move her around and she won't follow you afterwards. She's going to stay right where she is. So now what I'm doing here is just stalling out some chakra again and waiting for the right time to go for the attack combo again, which is going to be right after they're done, going through their attacks on me. Now what I'm going to do is use Final Valley Sasuke's jutsu again. I'm making sure that I keep him down low enough so that the other 2 Anbu don't, come close to him and Itachi. I want this Anbu at the bottom consolidated to, just being by himself basically. And by once again doing the same thing of having Final Valley Sasuke, use jutsu, have Itachi combo with him, I can easily finish him off there and we're good to go. So we have these 2 Anbu here left. It's, same type of thing. Separate them and you can finish them off in no time. And, that's why I'm going to go for Obito's ultimate here, just to see how much it can do to her. Main reason I was actually trying to put him on my team was because he can ignore substitution on his jutsu and his ultimate. Thought that might come in very handy. But in all honesty, it really wasn't needed. As you can see there though, Final Valley Sasuke's jutsu plus Obito's ultimate is not enough to get the KO. Maybe if it was in the other order, if Obito used his ultimate and had some extra help from the other characters, then maybe it could have worked, but that's just the way it goes. Now pretty much I'm just going to keep doing the same thing I'm currently doing until I get the enemies down to 1. And when there's 1 Anbu left and 1 Tsunade, I'm going to pretty much move all of my units into one corner. The Anbu will follow. Again, Tsunade will stay in the exact same spot, and once Tsunade is by herself without any other characters giving her that annoying substitution, then I will just nuke her with Final Valley Sasuke and then stall up for the next map. Also, when it comes to finishing off this map here, I want to finish off the last Anbu with my first row because I know that Naruto has a 2-turn countdown. As soon as you get to the second map, he uses his ultimate on you, and because of that I want to make sure that my second row gets an attack in, and then I can use Final Valley Sasuke's ultimate, which, if you know how he works, he has a ton of perfect dodges for 1 turn after using his ultimate. And by me making sure that Sasuke gets the second turn there, I can use his ultimate and not take any damage from his ultimate, also avoiding the slip damage ailment that Naruto will give you. Now to quickly go over my team, I have Itachi because he ignores type disadvantage with his last ability. He also has slip damage and attack weakening on his ultimate, just slip damage on his jutsu. He also has a chance of resetting on his ultimate, which is a very good thing to have here. I have Samurai Madara because he has slip damage and attack weakening on his jutsu. That's pretty much one of the main reasons I'm using him. He has good AoE on his jutsu and a very strong ultimate as well. Obito, as I said earlier, I brought him to ignore substitution because he has that on his jutsu and ultimate. But more than that, it was also because he has 200 self-heal, and then he has 15% damage reduction buddy skill, so I'm going to be using that with Rin. Rin, of course, she's a healer, so she's here for that 3000 self-heal, not self-heal, but jutsu heal that she has. And she also has a sync skill with body, and this sync skill allows her to take 20% less damage from skill in general. So using that with Obito's buddy skill, she has 35% damage reduction. Not enough to turn the numbers blue when she takes damage, you know, to reverse it, but it's still something, still good. She's going to be taking less damage in general. I have Kasame for attack weakening. He has that in his jutsu and ultimate. Also, he has that 400 self heal going on. And of course, Final Valley Sasuke, you need to bring him. If you don't have your own, hey, that's the main point of this video, you guys. You can beat it without 2 Final Valley Sasukes. But you definitely want Final Valley Sasuke to be your helper here, just because of how good he is. And if you got that Indra with his abilities to, you know, ignore type disadvantage as well, he's also a very good choice to bring here instead of Itachi, for example. Hidan is another great character to bring, but even after over 2 years of playing, I still have no dupes on that character whatsoever. Really sad, I know. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my team. If you add up the self-heals, the buddy heal from Sasuke, and the sync skill from Itachi and Obito, I get like 1,000 healing every turn. But having Rin is a really good, or was a really good decision on my part, because she has that 300 heal that you can use instantly, and it was kind of needed because if you don't know, Naruto does health recovery seal you, and if he health recovery seals Kasame, for example, I'm losing a good amount of my healing, and that will really hurt later on, you know. So don't count those jutsu healers just yet. On to the second map here, we have Naruto. He's going to be immune to jutsu sealing and immobilization, unlike on the last map, by the way, because you can immobilize and jutsu seal them. But anyway, I'm going to go for Obito's ultimate as far to the left as possible. I was able to get that reset, which is really nice. Now I'm going to go ahead and use Final Valley Sasuke's ultimate, showing you guys exactly what I was talking about earlier, where I want to utilize those perfect dodges he has. If you don't know, Naruto will hit all the characters in the range with his ultimate, do some pretty decent damage, but it's not even about the damage, it's pretty much the fact that he will hit your units with 8% slip damage for a long time. If he hits all of your characters, that means you're losing 25%, or 24%, I just rounded it up, but almost 25% of your maximum HP every turn, and your self-healers are going to really struggle with offsetting that. So my main thing here for map 2 is just to nuke Naruto and go on to the last map. I don't care if I have any chakra going into it at all. I'm all about just trying to get rid of him. I used Sasuke to regular attack there, by the way, instead of his, you know, Kasame's ultimate, because I know Sasuke does so much damage with his helping attacks, and I know that Madara and Obito had pushback, and hey, that was enough to get rid of them and move on to the last map, where Naruto's once again going to put up those, you know, resistances to jutsu sealing and immobilization, and also he ignores perfect dodge and substitution. The only thing that works against him is barriers, pretty much. So the main thing here is keeping your units separate from each other, because he does have that continuous. He does his danger attack, which he will hit you with health recovery sealing if that lands. It's not 100%, but happens most of the time. And then also when he does his ultimate, which is pretty much full map, it's really big ultimate, thankfully a single target, he will give himself damage reduction. So as time goes on, he will be harder to take out in theory, but thankfully he's not immune to slip damage, so that's what you want to bank on here. The only unit who is sadly inflicting slip damage for me consistently is going to be Madara. Itachi can, but it's 40% on his jutsu. I don't find that really reliable enough to go for it, so I've only used Itachi's ultimate whenever it gets ready. He also has a reset, so that's nice too. Kasame is health recovery sealed here, by the way. If you guys are using Rin or another character with a jutsu heal, please pay attention when you're about to heal so that you don't heal a character whose health recovery sealed. I've done that so many times, it's ridiculous. Like, if they get health recovery sealed, I'm like, okay, self-healing isn't going to work, but for some reason I think jutsu healing is going to work. And that's just not the case at all. Anyway, guys, I've gone on enough about telling you guys what's up with this raid. You can see how I handle the rest of this map from here on out. It's not too crazy, honestly, as long as you have that healing and attack weakening on them. Also slip damage, very good thing to bring here. It's kind of easy to go through, especially, you know, Final Valley Sasuke just existing. He makes this so much easier in general just because you can take out such a large chunk of his HP using his ultimate. And there you guys have it, Super Impact 6 Tails Naruto S rank body only guide. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. Don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe if it did. Peace.